My name is Bev Harpel, and this is my story. I live here at Lake Holiday and have lived in this area close to 62 years in Montgomery County. I have a daughter and 2 stepchildren, and I have 7 grandchildren. I started out working for the city of Crawfordsville 42 years ago in the city clerk's office. I am now working back for the city and working for the clerk treasurer, and I enjoy the work. And 2003 was the first time I found that I had breast cancer, and it was during a annual mammogram, and at that time we chose to do a lumpectomy. In 2006, during that particular checkup, they did find a spot in the right breast, and we did choose to do a mastectomy. And we did do the treatment at the Marie Canine Center. It was from May of 2006 to September of 2006, we found a spot on the left side. And at that particular time then, we did a mastectomy on the left side too. During the 2006, it was a little more involved, obviously, than what it was in 03. The mastectomy takes a lot more out of you. You don't find yourself as strong. You're tired a lot more, both between the surgeries and the treatments. My husband was great. He was there every day. When I started losing the hair, he was the first to help be there to shave it. He offered to shave his off. My siblings, my sisters, the church group, my coworkers, they all were there to support me. And finding that you could talk to other people that either were going through it, had been through it, and just as a big support group. And it's really important to stay positive, and that's what my group around me were doing. Beginning of 2010, I had retired as of February. We had a cruise that was planned with family, but as the summer progressed and my healing seemed to be getting stronger and I was feeling better, my husband was actually getting sicker, and we didn't know at the time what was going on with him. And in August of 2010, my husband found out he had esophageal cancer. And so the next 2 months was spent trying to pay him back by supporting him and being there for him, getting him to his treatments. But sad to say, he passed away after 2 months to his cancer. Well, as of January this year, after going through the stress of losing Jim, my husband, and a brother-in-law within a month of each other, during that time I had noticed a lump on the side of my neck, and we did a biopsy, and at that time is when we found the cancer cells, which even though they were in my neck, they were considered breast cancer because it was the same makeup. So the 5-year remission actually had stopped, and we were dealing with cancer again. We decided we needed to address it immediately. Talking to my doctor, we have a local center, the Marie Canine Cancer Center here in Crawfordsville. The physical and mental strain of traveling while you're going through your treatments is tough enough, and we in this area are very lucky to have this Marie Canine Center. The group that work there are great people. The nurses and the doctors do everything they can to make sure that your treatment and your medical needs are met out here at our local center. And I'm happy to say at this point, I just had my PET scan, and we'll have the results of it hopefully in another week. But the blood work looks good, and I'm feeling better. The hair's coming back. One of our last talks Jim had is like, keep up the fight. He didn't even know I had cancer, but he knew that it was something we would be fighting the rest of my life just to try to stay on top of it. But he'd always said, don't give up, keep fighting the fight. And that's what I plan to do every day, whether it's for myself, for him, and for anybody else that's out there fighting cancer or any other disease.